would keep me waiting, I would wait a lifetime. In tricky situations, I will be a lifeline. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, I know. Keep coming back for your time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Ocean in between us, still I feel your heartbeat. There's something about you, baby, that makes me feel complete. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, I know. Coming back for your time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. The world is going wild when they call for you, and the river's running dry when it all falls through. Don't you worry about a thing, baby, I got you. Yeah, baby, I got you.
Hello, my royal diamonds. Thank you so much for tuning into the Duchess of Success podcast. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment on the video to help the algorithm find us. It is my pleasure to bring you all of the royal tea, honey. And if you would like to donate to the channel, please check out the links in the description box. All of your donations help to keep the channel running. Thank you for your support, and remember, you don't need a crown to be royal. We are all queens. Hey everyone. Yes, I am doing a second podcast for the day because we have some breaking news. A statement issued by Kensington Palace. And all I have to say is that these people just need to come out and tell the truth and spit it out, because everything they are putting out just creates more questions, doesn't give us any more answers. And now essentially they have thrown Kate under the bus. I mean, we saw this coming, but this is rather interesting. So let's get into it. For those of you who are maybe not up to date, Kensington Palace released this photo of Kate and the 3 children for Mother's Day. And straight away, people started picking it apart, saw the photo editing, and now I think 5 major news wires, Associated Press, Reuters, have pulled this photo from circulation and will not be running it. And I mean, I'm so lost for words. We have never seen anything. Have you ever even seen anything like this during a political campaign? Major news outlets saying absolutely not. And you know what my guess is about all of this? I think these big press companies, the ones who aren't necessarily directly in bed with the royal family. Yes, they may have towed the line in the past, but not necessarily in bed with them, like the way the Royal Rota is. I think that they know that there is a much bigger story under the surface of all of this. A story so big that they can milk it for years. Whatever they are hiding, because let's also bear in mind that there's a business model here. Whatever the royal family is hiding is going to be a story for years. It's clearly very explosive. And I think it's a lot more than just a potential divorce. It's something that the press can talk about for years and make money off for years. And these big news wires, they know this. And so I think what's happened is they're no longer willing to play along. And they've realized if we can force the palace's hand, smoke out the truth, we've got more to gain. Whatever invisible contract was there is beginning to break. I think with the non-UK outlets who aren't Royal Rota, I think the invisible contract is finished. I think with the Royal Rota, I think you'll see it begin to crack, because they're also going to be looking at engagement numbers. They're going to be looking at click to money conversions. They know that there's a big story here coming. And the number one thing for them is their bottom line. The interest that this has generated, I don't think that the royals have had this level of interest literally since Meghan came into the family. But even before that, I think since the days of Diana. This has been trending since the TMZ photo came out. And now people who wouldn't even necessarily be interested in the royals are talking about this. It's become pop culture news. Once you cross into that, and you know what was so ironic is that, isn't that what they wanted? Isn't that what they want? They want to be the talk of pop culture. They want to be at the center. They may look down on the likes of the Kardashians, but that level of notoriety is what they want, really. And now they have it in the worst way. They've got exactly what they wanted, but not in the way that they wanted it. Be careful what you wish for. Be quite careful what you put out into the universe, because the way it will boomerang back on you. But I digress. Right, following all these news wires saying we will not circulate this photo, it's clearly been doctored, Kensington Palace have now issued this statement. Like many amateur photographers, I do occasionally experiment with editing. I wanted to express my apologies for any confusion the family photograph we shared yesterday caused. I hope everyone celebrating had a very happy Mother's Day. See. Now, any tweets or messages put out directly by the royals, when they want it to be known that it is them and not their PR people, they always sign it with an initial, C being Catherine. So the Kensington Royal Twitter page has put this out as this is Kate saying this. I do not believe this is Kate. I don't. Because first and foremost, they went out of their way to let us know that it was William that took this photo. So William took the photo, but now Kate is taking the blame for the editing of the photo. And you want us to believe that the day before Mother's Day, Kate Middleton, the future queen, was sitting on Photoshop editing a photo that was going to be put out as an official royal photo? Is that what you're telling us? Is that what you want me to believe? Kate Middleton was sitting on Photoshop. Don't be ridiculous. Do not be ridiculous. My goodness. Right, I'm gonna play something for you. This is from a TikToker who did an incredible analysis on this photo. So let's just watch this, and then we'll discuss afterwards. I think it's like how long is this video? It's a 3-minute video, but it's a very informative. So let's watch this and then we'll discuss.
I know by now we all know that this photo has probably been photoshopped to hell and back, but I've been doing some research and I really believe that this photo was taken back in November of 2023, or some version of this photo. And if you don't believe me that this photo is really photoshopped or fake or whatever, then look no further than this notice from AP that they sent out telling people not to publish it because there was evidence that it had been manipulated. I'm not going to waste your time pointing out all the different evidence of Photoshop. It's all over Twitter. Just go look. Instead, I'm going to say, let's take a really good look at these outfits. Okay, so in November, Kate and her kids went to a baby bank and put together a charity video that dropped in December. And if you know anything about Kate Middleton, you know that people obsessively track her fashion. So of course I was able to find a bunch of blogs breaking down exactly what she was wearing. Now, yeah, I know that the sweater in her picture was black, but stick with me because it's photoshopped. I think they changed around the clothes on the photo, but look at these boots and look at the pants. This is the exact sweater. It's from a company called Rice, I believe. And look at that neckline and look at this part right here. I've upped the exposure quite a lot so that you can see the ribbing better, but look how it lands on her like thigh area, the thickness of that belt of the ribbing, and then look at the turtleneck. Yes, I know a lot of turtlenecks look the same, but I do believe that this was photoshopped to be darker and it was just that cream sweater because they don't make it in another color. They make it in cream and in camel. Now let's look at the boots that she's wearing in this new photo. It's the same exact boots as this baby bank visit that she did with her kids. Let's talk about the little girl and what she's wearing. Look at the neckline on this sweater in this photo. And here she is in a very similar neckline on the same day from the baby bank. And you can see it even better here in the fashion blog from December where they were breaking down what everybody was wearing in this video. It's a very specific neckline. I mean, take a look. It looks like they just added another sweater on top of this. But it doesn't stop there because take a look at the shoes that her daughter was wearing that day. These are the same exact shoes and probably the same tights, but it's hard to tell because the photos are a little bit saturated and I can't see the ribbing in the original one. But it's definitely the same shoes. Now the older kid was wearing this navy sweater and plaid shirt underneath at the baby bank. But it kind of looks to me in this photo like that's the same sweater. They just made it a little bit lighter and then they didn't want you to notice the checkered collar, so they covered it with blue. Unfortunately, I really could not get a clear shot of the pants and shoes of the little boy, so I didn't bother to go into his much, but it's weird to me that Kate is wearing a sweater that looks suspiciously exactly like that cream sweater, except just happens to be darker, with the same exact shoes and the same exact kind of looking pants, and then her daughter's wearing the same exact sweater with the ruffled neck, with the same exact shoes, and possibly the same tights. Now, yes, this skirt is different, but that is one of the most glaring Photoshop issues in this photo that a lot of people have noticed. Right here where the skirt juts out and it doesn't make any sense. So additionally, a lot of people noticed right here where they messed up the sleeves. So I'm kind of thinking that they probably took this photo the day of that event back in November when they filmed it. It didn't see the light of day until December, but I think they filmed it in November. But of course, they're not going to release a picture that's supposed to be brand new with them all in the same outfits from a publicized event. So they just kind of tinkered it a little bit. I don't know. I'm sure a lot of you will call me crazy and I'm used to it, so go ahead. But they're definitely pulling the wool over your eyes with this one.
Thank you so much, Lucia Holmes. I mean, what do you even say to that? And when the photo was first released, we knew straight away this was not taken recently. So Kate is apparently well enough to take this photo, to sit down for hours and do all of that photoshopping. I didn't know that was part of her talents. Playing a couple of notes on the piano, flipping pancakes, and now apparently Photoshop. Well, at least we know when the monarchy is abolished, she'll have some kind of employable skill. My. And this has left the Royal Rotarats and the UK tabloids with egg on their face. You had Sarah Niggling Feeling Vine. So this was the original article that she put out. Sarah Vine. The picture of smiling Kate kills the absurd conspiracy theories. The truth is the country needs her and William more than ever, despite what the Montecito Moaners say. Mind you, Harry and Meghan have been minding their business. What have Harry and Meghan said about this situation? They haven't said anything. So why did she put Montecito Moaners in that headline? Harry and Meghan haven't said anything. Then she had to change her tune. The picture of Kate kills the absurd conspiracy theories. And then we come to this. Kensington Palace has a lot of questions to answer for. And then tweeting about the fact that the foreign picture agencies have pulled the picture. The highlight there being foreign picture agencies, because everybody else has had enough of playing along with this farce. Lee Thompson and Christiane Jones, if you're still hired by the palace, Jason Knopf, if you're still hired or being given hush money, find a new sugar daddy. Get on LinkedIn.com and start applying for new snakes to work for. It's hard out here. We all gotta hustle. But there are better ways. Learn to do Photoshop. I hope that Harry and Meghan stay far away from this. There is no need for them to get involved. Whatever is going on behind those palace walls, it is dire. Because it's lie upon lie to cover up the last lie. And they are clearly doing everything to avoid the truth. Black Queen said, UK think they invented the investigative profession. We out Sherlock Holmes. Oh my gosh, Indy. Hey, we got some pretty good detectives over here. Oh gosh. Quadra Queen, she brought up some pretty good observations, but she didn't talk about Louis. Well, actually, there was a fashion blog that said something quite interesting about Louis' outfit. So he were if you go back, sorry, I'm actually looking at this from my phone. At the Christmas event, or where they were handing out those gifts, Louis is actually wearing the same shirt and jeans, although we can't see his shoes, and the cardigan part is the area with the Photoshop evidence. So what it looks like, what they've done, the collar of Louis at the Christmas event is actually the same. So he's got the same collar from that event. What they've done in this Photoshop image is actually changed the color of the collar. So I think it's gone from like a green to like a red. And the cardigan, which is obviously Photoshopped, is what's different. So in the Christmas event, his cardigan is like a blacky blue with a Christmassy top, a Christmassy detailing on the top. But here it's green, 2 shades of green. But the shirt, the top collar is the same, which is quite interesting. And so now, if they are trying to claim that, this is Kate that did this and this is her that's releasing the statement, well, then the next question is, why don't they just release the original picture? The more I actually look at this picture, them hands don't even look like women's hands. See where like Kate's hands are on the, oh wait, hang on a sec. What have I got? Oh, do I have I taken out all the pictures? Okay, but you see, like Kate's hands on the outsides, right? They look like a man's hands, and they look like, I don't know. There's just something. Well, the more you look at it, the more you pick up that something isn't right here. FYI, Charles is not going to the annual service at the Abbey for the Westminster Commonwealth Day function that they have every single year. So Charles is not going to be there. I don't think Kate is going to be there. It's still up in the air as to whether or not William is going to be there. But at least now he has, even though nobody's convinced, I guess this was the alibi of it was Kate that edited the photo. So he can duck in there and duck out. We don't know if Camilla's going to be there. I'm assuming if they're back from skiing, Edwina and Ford Fiesta will be there. Andrew will probably be front and center, leading the whole family, and Fergie. But the royals this is what they've always wanted. They've always wanted us to pay attention to what they do. And now we will be watching every service, every trooping, every outing, every ribbon cutting. We're watching that. Now we're all royal watchers. You got exactly what you wanted. By the way, Anne was out and about doing one of her 562,000 million engagements that amount to absolutely nothing. She was calling for a global effort to tackle fraud as the UK sees more than 3.5 million cases. She can start with her nephew and this weird Photoshop picture. What incredible timing to have such a headline from Anne. And then when she's done with her nephew, she can give her brother a shake. Her brother who likes to run around the globe taking cash money bags. And then she can ask her Tory friends about all of the millions that they've been handing out in PPE contracts since the pandemic. Start at home, Anne, before you start lecturing to anyone else. The fact that people call this woman the most hardest working royal, she has spent her entire life in the lap of luxury. In fact, Princess Anne has probably been in one of the most comfortable positions for a royal. She doesn't have the responsibilities of the monarch. She doesn't have the pressure of the monarch. She really just gets to have all of the benefits without too much of the heat. I wanted to ask, Lightside, did you wanna come on? If you're there. One sec. Did you want to come on? We won't stay for too long because I actually do want to get to bed early today. Donna, you said when you pay pauper salaries, you get crap staff. That indeed goes without saying. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Black Queen. Like how far apart the hug is. It just looks very, very strange. So, what was the original picture? And who was in the original picture? Because it looks like that looks like a man's hands hugging the children, and like Kate's head has been put onto this. Or there's just something. This is something not right. Okay, Lightside wants to come up, so I'll put the link in there. This is just for Lightside. Sorry. Julia Rocky said Chris Ship was even said to solve this release to show the original picture. Yeah, that's what he said. If they want to stop a lot of the speculation, just release the original picture. Who was in the original picture? It's all just very weird. Okay, Lightside. Hello. Lightside, you woke up to chaos.
6 hours later. going on, y'all? Seriously, what is going on? What is this madness we're seeing? What is this madness we're seeing? So the photo was released and everyone jumped on it, and then suddenly from a Kensington Palace um account, the quote
Yeah.
unquote Kate is the one that's coming out apologizing for that's garbage. Ain't none of us eating that up. Nobody. And you know what the crazy thing is? You think there was not enough attention on it the first time around. There's
Yeah.
even more attention on it now because, I was out of my mind last night, so tired, but CNN and not CNN, CBC had already started talking about
Yeah.
the photograph. And this morning,
Mhm.
CNN posted something about the weird photograph. And even more news sources are jumping on it. So what did they do? They just drew more attention on them.
Yeah.
I don't understand who's managing their PR team. I don't know what they think they're doing. My theory is that it wasn't Kate that actually put it out. Obviously, it was someone else, and they try to deflect to bring it back to her to distract from everything else that is going on. And instead of it distracting, there are even more questions now as to, well, if she really posted this and is taking responsibility for all the editing, the no, and no, she can't get a job with that kind of editing job. I'm sorry. She needs a little more practice. But like with all the craziness that we're seeing and even more stuff down to the collar of is it George's shirt in that image being the same darn pattern or something that he was wearing previously, as a girl stated in the TikTok
Yeah.
video, and just a color shot. Like they just changed the color, edited it, but it's the same shirt, different than the sweater that he's wearing over the shirt, but happened to be the same exact color. But I mean, it's just bad, and there's more stuff coming out. So like, what are we really doing here? What are we really doing? Is this a cry for help? On one side, and like drawing more attention from the public is bringing more attention to the royals and then forcing them into a position where they have to now talk about what's really happening. What do you think?
I mean, first and foremost, they never had to. Rahini, you disappeared. Rahini came up for a second. Rahini,
Oh,
please do come up.
yeah, we're gonna let her talk. I want to hear from Roro.
Yeah,
Go ahead, though.
yeah, we're gonna let Roro talk. But I was saying they never had to release this photo. They could
No.
have just put a Happy Mother's Day, or even just a Happy Mother's Day, release maybe an old photo. I mean, I guess that would have gotten people talking, but not as much as it's gotten people talking over this Photoshop photo. And if this was to somehow give us evidence that Kate is okay, it's done the complete opposite. I also don't understand why they went out of their way to let us know that, oh, this is William who's taken this photo. So William has proudly taken a photo of his wife without wearing her wedding ring on Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, somebody please make this make sense. Maybe Rahini, maybe you can make this make sense. Hello.
Hi, Duchess. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Oh my goodness. At this point, I'm beginning to think Louis has lost his finger because I'm beginning to think he might not have a finger. No, this is AI. This is what AI does. You realize that?
Yeah.
Like all those
Oh, yeah.
mistakes, that's what you get when you put it in AI generated. Or generate a picture of kids and the kids hugging. That's what it does. But it's extremely disheartening. I think if it should be disheartening if you are royalist to realize just how incompetent these people are, because you would think that they would know that a picture like that would be so closely scrutinized because it is of Kate after having surgery. The first thing that jumped out to me is, how is she in skinny jeans? How? How are you in skinny jeans? How are you able to sit up straight right, and take this picture, how are you able to extend your arms like that to hold on to these children? Because that whole area there does be so painful. Like a simple appendicitis or any kind of abdominal pain, you have your middle section, you're very cautious. You're kind of bent forward, and it's extremely ridiculous. And if you're telling me, right, that she could do all of these things, then she's well enough to walk about in public. She's well enough to do
Exactly,
that. You're well enough
Rohini.
to do that.
Yes.
So you're not making any sense. Now I get the picture in the car. Now it tells me that the picture in the car might be true because it's extremely unflattering and she looked really horrible. So that it might be that that picture is the real one, and they realize how bad it looks, so they have to give you an edited version. But I mean, and I truly don't buy the Photoshop stuff because she's been in photography for years now. You understand me? That's basic stuff that photographers know how to. I've seen people on TikTok do better job while they're filming with basic Photoshop software. It does not make sense. And it's sad to me now
But then
that
also,
Kate has
like,
now
why,
fallen on sword.
but like, why would she be sitting the day before Mother's Day doing Photoshop? Why would she be doing that? You're not
Exactly.
going to
And more important, yes. How are you able to sit up straight in front of a computer for possibly hours to do Photoshop? I think this was William doing that. And of course she fell on her sword. She fell on her sword because honestly I don't even think she's wrong. I don't even think she and him is in the same house at this point. He might even know what's happening to her. Because she probably told him, "Stay away from me. I hate you. Don't." I feel that because he barely went to the hospital to see her. He went once. So
Yeah.
that first time she's like, "Leave me alone. Don't come back." I'm pretty sure that's what happened. That's
if
my
she was
conclusion
even
at
in
this
there.
point.
That's if she was
What
even in there, because we never saw any actual evidence that she was. Camilla went there multiple times, and all we heard was Camilla's gone
exactly?
to visit Charles. What, she wouldn't visit Kate, who was supposedly in the same hospital?
Wait.
It doesn't make sense.
Okay, so let's talk about this a little bit. I have a question because you brought up a good point. Think about it. Camilla showed up 3 times in a matter of 2 days, over a period of 2 days, right? Roughly. Do you think that no yeah, I'm not saying that she's this genius, evil genius, but the more she showed up and visited Charles, the more we questioned why we haven't seen William go in to see
Yes.
Kate.
Yes.
That was the
Oh
interesting
yes.
thing about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was deliberate, for sure.
Yes.
Yes, because she is now being painted as the dutiful wife, as the trooper who, while the family is facing this peril, she's putting on a brave face and just doing the job. She's very much like the former queen. Never complain, never explain, never complain. It's all about duty. The whole of my life, whether it be long or short, will be dedicated to your service. She's stepping into the queen. I don't know. Well, it might be Camilla. I'd be like, the long of my life. I don't know. Maybe I don't. Sorry. I mean, it has to deepen my voice to do that. But this is what she is. You realize that it is Camilla the Savior, Super Cams. That's her new name, Super Camilla. Look up there, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's Camilla to the rescue. Yay! That's literally what's going on. And she is a masterclass in that. I think this woman might have actually reformed her image. She might have actually done it. I'm blown away now. I'm like, well played, sis.
You know what
Well
someone said?
played.
Someone said something interesting in the chat. They said that during the time that Princess Diana and Charles were going through this chaos, that she disappeared from the public view. And sure enough, she's not anywhere to be seen the last
Yeah.
couple of weeks. Yeah.
Well, she's been doing events here and there and making it look like she's,
Doing her
just
duties.
carrying on with duties. Yeah.
It
And
is.
Karen came
It's
into
really sad.
Karen came into the chat, so I'll just let you come up. Hi, Karen.
Hi guys, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm great.
Good
How are
morning,
you?
Karen.
Wonderful, thanks. I just want to say I listened to your live, what is it? Actually, I was late morning listening to your live actually. Last night I couldn't sleep. But I had to listen. I didn't know you were on. I just had to listen to it. It was really good. The
Thank
people that came on had some really, really, really good views that they were mentioning. And I am right with them, with that. So it was really, really good. You know, to tell you the truth, this whole thing is so disturbing, really disturbing to know that today, in these times, the public are still being manipulated by, this institution. We have been dealing with this from, since the, colonial times. And today we should be in the more modernized and in the modern time, and this is still going on. And why this is so disturbing for me is that I go back to basically why we all came together because of the situation with Megan. And if it wasn't for the public, if this didn't get caught, if Prince Harry did not get his family out of there, this is the kind of stuff we would be getting about Megan. We would never get the truth. If anything had happened to her, it would have just been manipulation and manipulation. This is ridiculous. Like, why on earth do you have to manipulate a picture? Why do you have to Photoshop a picture? Okay, if you want to put a picture out there, if you claim that you are sick, everyone knows, okay, that, and everyone, a lot of people, a lot of women has gone through serious surgery. I've gone through that myself. Okay, and I know the pain. I know how long certain surgeries take. Okay, and what, and you coming out looking like this after a serious surgery in a short space of time. That's the first thing that caught my eyes with this. In a short space of time, and claiming that you're not coming back, that your recovery is going to be so long, and you come back looking like this. Okay, not even the 8 weeks that some serious surgery take, and looking this fresh. No, it doesn't make sense to me. It does not make sense to me. You're not even looking at you are building yourself back up. Okay, because when you're into surgery, you're taking medication, all these different things. Okay, your immune system, it drops. Your body looks different. Okay, and this is not showing a buildup. Okay, I look at another princess who was off for a long time. Okay, were going through medical stuff and thing, even for the length of time, and she was off for over a year and stuff like that. And when she came back, you can tell that that person was going through something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, are you talking about Princess Charlene?
Yes. Up until today, you can tell that she went through something. Okay, because she's still trying to recover from whatever she went through. You can tell. Okay, and for you to put a picture out like this, okay, and myself and Rahini was just talking just before we came on. She's the one that told me that you were on, because I guess that's when she get away to come and call me, and
Thank you, Rahini.
When you are sitting up, you are sitting up. First of all, abdominal surgery as serious like that, you cannot sit up. You can't. You can't.
Oh,
You
right.
sleeping. You sleeping at night. You can't even be on one spot for too long. You're turning. You're trying to get that comfortable that the pain is not hitting you. You know. And if you have an abdominal surgery that is serious like this, you had to get cut. Okay. And believe me, that do not heal overnight for you to be sitting up like this and having on skinny jeans that press against your stomach. That is the
Oh,
first thing.
not only that. Not only that, I just realized that George is literally pressing down on her shoulders. Like you, if you're sitting like that and somebody is leaning over you like that, he's about what, 10, 11. This is a big child. He's not small, right? So he's pressing down over her. So your stomach is crunching while he's doing that.
Yep.
There's no way you had abdominal surgery and you could have because women who have C-sections have trouble lifting their baby.
Mhm.
They have trouble lifting. My bestie used to hold her baby on the side, or she would have to like sit down and kind of roll him on top of her, and kind of ease. She'd like literally be clutching her stomach and clutching him with the other hand to try to stand up and to move around with him. And this is like 2 months after giving birth, right? This is a big child pressing down on you. And so your stomach is going to be in a crunch position. Like they're really taking people for fools.
Mhm.
They really, really think people are dumb. This is basic common sense. Like it does not make sense. It really doesn't. And the question is, you only have two explanations. One, the photograph was taken or whatever happened before she was sick, right? Or two, and two is the Photoshop. So we know it was Photoshop. But the question is why? Why is it? Listen, even if she looking haggard, even if she looking sick, all you have to do is walk in public. That's it. That's all you have to do. Come out, give a wave. Even if you look sick, tell the people the truth. Listen, I am not doing well. I'm in pain. You think people would be mad at you because of that? That is why you get sympathy. You get sympathy when you tell people the truth. A guy in PR once said, people will forgive the indiscretion, but it will not forgive the efforts to cover it up.
Mhm.
And whenever there's a cover up, it means there's something more sinister happen, and there'll be questions asked. And and this is something that the royal family doesn't seem to understand. They cannot give people a 649 anymore. They have to tell the people the truth, and they owe the people the truth. If she's sick, say she's sick. If she can't move, say she can't move. What do you think we're going to do? We're going to storm the castle? We're not going to storm the castle. If she's sick, we'll be like, oh my goodness, Kate is really sick. It's abdominal surgery. Everybody will be sympathetic. But is this constant lies and manipulation? And you're supposed to give us an update every 2 weeks. You say, listen, if she had a relapse, tell us she had a relapse. What will we do? What do you think we're gonna do? We're gonna say, you know what? She can't be queen. Let's lock her in the dungeon. No, we will be sympathetic. But the fact that you are going to such great lengths to cover it up tells us that there's something more sinister going on, and you cannot hide behind it anymore. And another thing, like, how is it that we know about the kill order? Is because I would think you would quietly send us out. How it is we know about it? How are they this? I have a feeling at this point that the British media knows very much about what's going on. They know that the big D is coming, and they are just trying to like wait it out as long as possible. But there's a part of them that itching to talk about it, so they will do these little things that would kind of bait them and drag them into having no choice but to come clean. Because how, like, they killed stories all the time. They kill they can kill it in the media, they can kill it in social media. I was telling Karen the other day about one of our former prime ministers who was drunk as a fish in New York. right? And there are 17 videos, and you will never see any of those videos online, right? But there's no documentation of that ever existing. The only reason I know about it is because my cousin was one of her security detail, and he little shady, so he showed me, right? But they're way, and we in a little island. It's Trinidad and Tobago. It's a little island in the Caribbean. How it is we can pull that off, and you let everybody know, oh, we're killing the story.
But
This
okay, so
it seems so manipulative.
there's something there though. So they may have killed the story, but it was the source is like Associated Press, and I don't know if it was Reuters or another one.
Reuters, and there's like 5 of them.
Right. They themselves noticed that there was an issue. They do investigations also before publications get pushed out, and they did their own investigation and found out that there's something seriously wrong with that image that was given to them or put out. And so they put a kill notification on the publication that they were going to send out. So it's coming from both sides. There's a recognition from other sources, and then there's also them saying, "Oh, we got to pull it back." But I was going to say one additional. Oh, the only other thing I was going to say is that to your point, Rohini, they're playing us as fools, and you're saying they should come out and come clean. The problem with all of this, the lying and lying and lying, the cover up, the last mistake that they made, is that now people are getting pissed because now you're thinking we're stupid, and by the time you come out and actually, if they even have the balls to actually admit what they did was wrong, people are going to be pissed off that they were being lied to this entire time.
Yeah, I agree with you with that, very much so. And this whole this whole thing started from the beginning with the lies. And like I mentioned, I was listening to the people on the thing last night with the theories, and they're not off. They're not off at all with those theories. They in regards to the kill. For them to put out that kill message, they had to. Those media companies had to, because they knew that there was something wrong with this picture. But when it got out onto the internet, the people on the internet, this is what I'm saying, there's no reason for you to lie to the people right now, because what you have, the people out here have it, okay? And they have it better than you, okay? So there's no need to lie to the people now, okay? That got out.
Sorry, Karen, can I just stop you for a sec? Somebody has just posted something very, very interesting on Twitter. They've got this video of... So, when Vogue did... so Kate was apparently on the cover of Vogue a long time ago. Vogue's 10 years celebrating the faces of fashions of the century. But what they've actually realized is that they could have actually taken her face from the cover of that Vogue image.
Oh my gosh!
Do you know what? I'm gonna let you guys just carry on talking. I'm gonna try and get this video up, so you can just carry on.
Okay.
Oh my goodness! It was a facelift. I have solved it. I have solved it. You guys, it was a facelift. Because if they took that, listen, I'm a genius, I swear. If they took that photograph from when Kate was on Vogue, she was probably about 28 or 29, or like she had just got married. It was right after the wedding, I think I remember. Right? So it means that they're trying to get us accustomed to her having a new face.
But look at
oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my god. I have solved it. I've solved it.
Look at the picture that Anne has on the screen right now. The two shots here with Kate. Okay? When I first saw this picture, the first thing I looked for was her mouth on this second picture by herself. Okay? Kate smile is slanted. Okay? And it's been slanted for a long, long, long time.
It's off, isn't it?
Yes, it has been
I
slanted
noticed
for
too.
a long, long time. And in this picture, her that with the three kids, her smile is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and she has been because she has been trying to do that perfect smile for the longest while. If you look at pictures lately for the last year or so, when she's been coming out, she was always trying to not have that slanted smile on her thing because it was told to her. And there's a way when you're doing pictures and you're modeling and stuff like that, and if you have they tell you to put your teeth a certain way, okay, to try to balance, okay, balance your smile. If you have a smile that comes out slanting pictures and all that stuff, I know it, I've been there. Okay, so and I noticed that she was trying to do that in a lot of her last set of pictures when she's coming out. Okay, trying to get pictures of smile, especially in that's coronation picture and all that stuff that she's been trying to get all those photo ops and everything in. So the first thing when this picture came out, and I said, this has to be, if this is a recent picture and she did not have a facelift, that smile would have been slanted. Okay? And it's not slanted in this picture.
Yeah, even that's edited.
Exactly.
Like if we
Oh my
really were to
God.
go through and go down the lines of picking everything out, someone even mentioned, I think it's in this chat, that there may not be any reflection from the kids from the mirror in the back. I'm not really sure because of the angle, but there's even all sorts of stuff, even the background for that wall behind them on the ground behind Louis' feet. You see the blurring and the disalignment of the wall and the ground. It is nuts the amount of stuff that's going on here in this photos. But yeah, it's the head is like not even proportioned. It looks like she's like, Rohini, to your point about sitting up, having someone who has had abdominal surgery as well, that was laparoscopic. Any one of us women know, maybe the men do also, when they go into that space, it doesn't matter how minor that surgery is. Like it takes a minute for because your whole abdominal muscles are disrupted, amongst other things. It is really hard to not only get into a pair of jeans that are tight, but to sit upright, much less, I believe in this image, she looks like she might be a little bit slanted forward because George is behind her, like you said, Rohini, his weight is on her. It's natural to kind of like be leaned in a little bit, right? Kind of like you're giving somebody a piggyback ride. So I don't know how she could be in that position. It's just not
Yes,
adding up. Look at
yes,
this.
your stomach is
Yeah.
going to,
Yes.
if you're sitting up, right? If you're sitting, first of all, when you're sitting, most abdominal surgeries you can't sit to begin with. Sitting is really hard. You
Very.
usually sit and you sit backwards with the back of your chair kind of leaning backwards, or you kind of lounged in a way to keep your abdominal muscles from contracting and
Mhm.
from tightening right there, right?
Oh,
So you are
yeah.
sitting, if somebody is pressing on your shoulders, you are leaning forward. So it
Yeah.
means you are crunching down on that stomach. You are
Not possibly
contracting your
after.
stomach muscles. And it's not going to be as simple. This is a heavy child. He is not a baby. So he's resting down and he's pressing down on her. You can't do that. You
Okay, look at
really,
this.
really cannot do that.
Look at the screen. I
If
think Anne has some intel now that she just put up. Anne, do you have any updates on this?
oh wow, it is
This
the
is quite
picture.
So yeah,
I
let
think
me
it
so let
is.
me play the video. Let me play the
You
video.
see the smile?
Because I
Look at the
think 'cause
smile. Look at the
her
smile.
eyes look a
Look
bit
at the smile.
different to me.
Those two new pictures that Anne put up, the smiles are slanting on the left side. Look at it.
Oh my goodness.
Both of them. Both of them.
Yo. Even the lighting on the chin, guys. Look at that. Oh my goodness.
Listen, George did it. It was George. It was
Yeah.
It was George because it is so amateur. It was George. George did it as a project for school, and they were like, "Oh, honey, look how good it looks." So he decided to share it with everybody because not only that, look, her face looks fatter.
They messed
Kate, when she was younger, her face was more rounded. It was look fatter.
Yeah.
And listen, to block out the fullness of one side of her cheek, you sure to bring the hair down to kind of make it look not so fat. Because we'll be like, why is her cheek so fat? Kate, it's oh my God,
And oh
y'all,
my
they're
God,
trying to get us used to Kate's new face. They're trying to
I
do
don't know
that.
what to make of this because it's like it's an interesting edit. I'm not like 100% convinced, but it's an interesting edit.
But you know
by
what?
this.
Even if this is not what they use, it just tells us more that they definitely manipulated way more than we realize, and that she likely was not there, or this was way back whenever. That's not the original face on this photo. It may not even have been her that was sitting there. The possibilities are endless. Like this rabbit hole, we could keep going down. But this is this looks really bad.
But I think Rahini's theory is actually quite interesting. The whole idea of getting us used to, a different, maybe slightly different looking Kate. And if indeed she did go into, for surgery and something just went horribly wrong, just wow.
We'll still know. We'll still be able to see it.
Yeah, but one of the things I want to say, and I was trying to get at first with the kill thing. Yes, they had to, those news media had to come out and say something because the people on the internet had already figured it all out. And
breaking news! Breaking news! So there's a picture of Kate apparently leaving Windsor with William, but the photo that they've put out is the back of her head. So William's in the car, right, on the window seat closest to, I guess you could say, where the photographers would be, and Kate's on the other side, but you can only see the back of her head. I'm gonna try and get the photo up. Carry on.
Go ahead, Karen.
And because the internet was already figured out all that, photoshopping and everything. So and we know the people out here, they know they can do things better than things. So they had to come out with that kill picture because it's, it's their job. It would have affected, their work and who they are. Now, in regards to, the theory that was going on, and myself and Rahini, we talk a lot. Anyway, like this sent me back to, my whole theory from the beginning, because this institution, taught us not to believe anything that they bring out. They taught us that. And this whole thing with coming out with all this sickness and all this thing at the beginning of the year, okay, it was just too much. It was just too much. And I just think that this is their way of trying to kickstart, because nothing before was working for them. Okay? Nothing before. They keep trying to build themselves. They keep trying to, get away from all this stuff that happened from the Meghan, from the Queen died and all these different things. And they're trying to build themselves. And nothing is happening. Nothing is working for them. So this is their way of trying to come out now and playing with the public sympathy to try to kickstart this monarchy. If they are sick, I hope they get well, and I hope that everything goes well with them. But this kind of behavior that's going on here right now, if you're sick, come clean and tell people you're sick and what you're sick from. And we are in a different times right now. Okay, you have abdominal surgery. No one knows what type of surgery is it. And if you talking about wanting to help the public and to encourage women to go look after themselves, you need to tell us what type of abdominal surgery you have, so that the women who has that surgery can go and help themselves and know that there's help for them. Okay. Secondly, with Charles having cancer, there's all different type of cancer. You need to, and you want to help men to go and look after themselves. You need to tell them what type of cancer it is, so that they know that they have hope, with the type of treatment that you get. That's how you help people. Okay. Secondly, I think all this thing here, okay, especially on Charles' side, is to help build Camilla. Okay, to push her to the forefront, to get the people to accept her, because nothing was happening for her, so that she can get a good standing just in case he leaves. Secondly, with William and Kate, William is the heir to the throne, and he was not getting no traction. Kate is the one is getting the traction that people you would think that she's the heir to the throne. Okay, now I guess maybe she's supposed to lie low so that he can start getting some traction, so that people know he is the actual heir to the throne. I don't know what's going on with them. In regards to the December, if this is an illness, in regards to the December 28th thing that people were saying, okay, I think that they said this is what was a planned surgery. Maybe it was a planned surgery that she figured that she could have gotten away with. December 28th, come in quiet while you off for Christmas, have this surgery done. It was supposed to, if it's a planned surgery, it was supposed to be something light, okay? And they were going to be educated. So she was supposed to get this surgery and be quiet about it, get over it, and then come back in the end of January and come back looking, and nobody knew that she had this surgery. Something went wrong from the December 28th when this surgery was done. She went back home. The healing wasn't right. They had to rush her back to the hospital. This is how we know in January 16th about this surgery, because now they had to bring it up because something didn't go right. If this is the case, that a surgery did happen and she's sick. Okay, because now something erupted.
But coming back to this photo that Anne just put up, like, I'm wondering, here's my question, and for people in the chat, is it just me, or does it seem like they're trying really hard to hide her face? And why?
Yeah, and also, so I've just looked at the actual Daily Mail article where this was posted. So the headline says, just give me a sec. Kate Middleton is pictured leaving Windsor Castle in car with William as she heads for private appointment, while Prince makes his way to Commonwealth service at Westminster Abbey. So supposedly they're in the same car but going to different places. And again, there's only one picture. There aren't multiple pictures. There's just one. And there's no video.
They're trying too hard to correct their mess. That's what they're doing here.
I want to add something to this. As much as, we're making jokes about the fact that she probably had a facelift, right? This is 2024. Facelifts and lip fillers and enhancements to make you look better is a normal part of body positivity right now. Like, it's a normal part of it. So many people do body modify. It is no longer taboo. It is no longer something hush hush. Did she? Didn't she? Like, these girls sport their Instagram faces with pride. Why do you still feel the need to gaslight us? You cannot gaslight us.
They think it's above them.
I think it was a breakdown. I don't think
at this point, I wish Camilla got a facelift. Like, if I was her, I was getting a facelift. I'm not married to the kid. On my coronation, I was not going to look so bad. Are you mad? No. I was getting a facelift before that coronation. I was getting a facelift. I was getting a tummy tuck. I was walking down that aisle looking snatched. Okay? So there is no way that today, in this day and age, how are you so out of touch with the way the world perceives things? Nobody will be mad at you. Nobody would. You'd have a few fools that might say this and say that, oh my God, she's getting her face. Of course, she's over 40. Your face not gonna be fresh like it was before, and you want a little touch up. You want to look your best. That is a part of what it means to be a woman, to want to put your best face forward, and it's okay to do it. You have an opportunity to destigmatize. If you still feel it stigmatized, you can destigmatize it. You could be a hero. Everybody would be like, "Oh my God, kids had a facelift! Yay! Y'all
I think
can't
this
tell
is
us
one.
nothing."
I
Like
think
this
this is
is,
one
how do you
thing.
not know this? How do you not on? How is it that today your PR team is not adept enough to explain to you that honesty about human things is what endears you to the public? That is what people. This is why influencers have influence, because people, what's what I'm looking for? They identify with them. There's a
Yeah.
connection. What do you call it? A parasocial relationship. This, and all the way back to Princess Diana. This is what she did. This is why today people who don't even, who weren't even alive, still revere her,
Like
because she
Megan
had
said,
that
humanity
personal
is being lost.
connection.
Karen, you were going to say something, and I want to ask you a question also. But Karen, I want to hear what you have to say also. You were going to say something about, I don't know if it was something Rahini were saying or this image.
Yeah. They like Megan said, humanity is being lost. What I was saying, this is more serious than facelift or all that stuff. I think, and I thought that from the beginning, this is a breakdown. This is a breakdown. I expected it, and I expected it from William as well too. But this is a breakdown. Something that they cannot come out and say because of stuff that they've done before. This is a breakdown. This is more than a lift and all these different things. This is a breakdown.
So interesting. So Anne, so why do you think that you said? I think I heard you say that you think that the royals, think this is above them, right, or beneath them? I can't remember, like having
Oh,
this
sorry,
plastic
beneath
beneath
them.
them. So, do you think it's so much beneath them to not admit that she may have had work done? If I'm not saying she did, but if that is the case and she did get work done, if it is plastic surgery, do you think it's a better situation than the public, with all their assumptions circulating and all the bad things they're thinking potentially could be amiss in this current
Well,
situation?
well, in the past, they
She's the
have
English rules.
the palace have hit out at anything suggesting that Kate has had Botox or hair extensions
Yeah.
or anything like that in the past. So that's the thing that they've done before. I think that if in the current climate that we are in now, if it had come out that Kate had any kind of surgery, I actually don't think it would look good on them, just because people probably be saying, well, here you are,
I
having
agree.
facelifts. Meanwhile, I can't even, heat up my home. That's
Hmm.
public money that's being spent. So I think, but again, all of this could have been um, mitigated if they had
Told the
if they
truth.
had decided a lot. Well, not just told the truth, but if all of this time, and Kate and William have had plenty of time to bring the monarchy into the modern age, make it something that's more authentic, make it more relatable, make it something more impactful, to the point where maybe people might stuff their noses but not be so bothered if Kate wants to have a facelift. But now, in the current climate that we're in now, I don't think it would be helpful for them to come out and say, "Oh, Kate's been having facelifts, or she's been having surgery, or stuff like that."
So
I
so you
personally don't.
so you think that this situation, with all the speculation that is going on, they prefer this? This doesn't make sense. Like
I
I
guess
I
they
mean,
look
I think I
good.
might have to disagree with you, because the look at the alternative. The
Yeah,
truth might cause backlash. That's true.
yeah,
But look at the alternative. The
yeah.
alternative is, according to one person in the chat, a Kate conspiracy. It's
Well, what
Kate
I'm
Gate.
saying is, I think what I'm trying to say is, I don't think it would have been helpful. Let's say they had decided to say, "Oh, Kate's going to disappear because she's going off for a facelift." If they had said that in the first place, I don't think that would have been helpful. I think now, if it's the case that she has had surgery
Yes.
and that's what's going on here, they're now caught in between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah. I agree with what Anne is saying. And the thing is, and why I agree so much is that look at when going back to Princess Diana. The thing is, and when you say they look down on things, yes, they look down on a lot of things, because going back to Princess Diana with her bulimia, okay, what did they do? They call her mad.
Yeah.
Okay, they call her mad because those things are not supposed to be happening to the royal family. Portray themselves as the perfect family, the perfect people. Okay, so no blemishes, no nothing is supposed to be happening to them. They don't do facelifts. They don't do any, uplifting surgery and all these different things, which that happens all the time. When you see Kate with her Botox and all that stuff, they're trying to shut it down. With the hairpiece, they're trying to shut it down. Okay, because she's supposed to be the perfect rose. When Diana was having her issues with the bulimia and stuff like that, they call her mad. Okay, they put it out to make sure that news feel that she's mad. Okay, they institute their family because they had certain needs, right? So I agree with what with what Anne is saying, where that is concerned. And they have a problem with that with the public. But even so, with the situation of someone having a mental health issue, that also is a big problem for them. Okay, so these are things that
Kate is meant to be a mental health advocate, and so her talking about any mental health issues would not be a bad thing. However, we know that any mental health issues that she would be suffering from would be in part, if not entirely, caused by the institution. And that's why, if indeed this is any of this is related to her mental health, you won't be hearing her talk about it, and the institution wouldn't want her to talk about it, because what else would be stressing her out?
Well, I mean, to say, look at the answer they gave Meghan when she wanted to go get help. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and look at Diana. Diana was going through her issue, mental issue, and they call her all different names in the book, and try to deny all of that. Okay. So, and coming to Kate, because we're seeing this pattern happening, and there's no change, and all this stuff is causing by this institution and the way it's run. Okay, so now the English Rose is having the same problem. Okay, yeah. And of course they're not going to come out and say it, because people were sounding the alarm about this institution and what happens to the people inside of it. Okay, now as we're talking about the other princess, we know what that she had situations and stuff like that. Okay, and she was off for a long time, but at the same time, you can tell that she had certain issues. They didn't come out and say what it is. They're still denying that, because I guess princesses are not supposed to have breakdowns and mental issues and all these different stuff. It's okay for them to talk about it with other people and to come out and sound them the alarm. But at the same time, these same mental issues that they're coming out and talking about with other people, they're not practicing it themselves, because they're not changing the stuff that they do, okay, in there to cause this situation. What practices they do in there causes these mental illness for all the different people that had this problem. Okay, so coming out and talking about it, she's not even being real doing that, because you yourself were causing this mental issue on someone else because of your behavior. So you're coming out and talking about it and telling people to beware of these things. You're not doing the practice. You're not doing it yourself. So, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on here that, it just does not, it's a cover up upon a cover up upon a cover up. And the truth is not coming out, and the more people get closer to the truth, is the more cover up that they have to they have to do. And I am still going with my theory from the beginning. Go ahead. Sorry.
I think Chris Ship is going rogue. He's just so Chris Ship has just tweeted. So he's tweeted a picture. He's tweeted the picture, and he's zoomed in on the back of Charlotte's head.
Oh, no.
And he's written, any good horticulturalists out there who can answer the leaf question on the Kate photo? What is the plant in question? And should it be this leafy in March or early spring?
I mean, listen, this is how bad this is, because even the British media, who are the flying monkeys, it's like, hold up, you are lying to us, like you're lying to us, we who would easily blame it on Meghan to save you, and even to us we think it's garbage. Think about it. If the British tabloid media, who is so versed in lying to the people, is saying, okay, yeah, this is too far, this lie don't make sense. This lie does not make sense. It tells you a lot about how bad things are falling apart. But one thing it also says, and it says to me that there is definitely a rift between Kensington Palace and Clarence House. Because if they were working in tandem, I believe that Clarence House would have handled this a lot better.
Yeah.
There is that rift, and William is like a little child wearing mommy high heel shoes. He does not know what he is doing, and because we know he probably doesn't listen to sound advice, or worse yet, he surrounds himself with people who are not very good at their job, right? But they are yes men, and they tell him what he wants to hear. There's nobody steering the ship. Nobody steering the ship at Kensington Palace, and this is why this is so bad. And the question that a lot of royalists is asking now is this a precursor to what's going to happen when he's king? If something so simple as managing an illness, right, in the perception of the illness in the public sphere is botched up so badly, what's gonna happen when you're king and you're faced with another economic crisis, or you're faced with some natural disaster, or you're faced with war? How are you going to manage it? Are you going to screw it up? Are you going to lie to us and Photoshop Gaza? I'm confused. What are you going to do? Because if you are this bad at it, and these are questions that people are asking for him.
I mean, this sets a really, really bad precedent, because we're living in an age where there is a lot of fear about photo and video manipulation and how that contributes to misinformation. And so now here you have an institution as big as the British monarchy creating fake images of themselves. This sets a really horrible precedent. Go on, Rahini.
Do you think
No,
that
yeah, I mean, you're correct. It really does. It says to us. So the question is to the royalists: is the royal family even real? Is the image that you are giving to me, is it real? AI and is such there's such a fear with it. Like you said, there's a lot of concern. There's a lot of fear with AI generated stuff, and you basically try to AI your way out of this. So you have us asking, what is the real story, right? And why it is you believe that you had the right to manipulate and to lie to us, right? And unfortunately, I feel also that the British media might be playing a really kind of cat and mouse game with William, because we see them sneakily trying to turn him into a villain. You realize that they made him the person of interest where there was no reason to do that. With his connection is Kingsley, the guy name is Kingston. Like nobody connected the two of y'all, and you just made this guy personal interest. So we know that this is their way of telling him, listen, we have you, we own you. And that is incredibly dangerous. If the monarchy is supposed to be above all of this, supposed to be the protectorate of the people, and the British media could control you so easily, that is an extremely dangerous thing. And I think, unfortunately, for them, the people are realizing. They are realizing it. And this is why they hate Harry. Because Harry said no. Harry is willing to fight back.
That exactly. And if the constitutional monarchy is meant to help us uphold a fair democracy, well then why does the tabloid press have so much control over them? I've just seen this from the Daily Mail, Liz Jones. Oh sorry, I think Rahini or Karen, there's like some background noise going on. Yeah, I think it's Rahini. Yeah, sorry. So from the Daily Mail, Liz Jones, who's a well-worn Meghan Markle hater, but she's just put this in the Daily Mail. The palace can no longer be trusted. They think we are all stupid. Now we are thinking, did Kate even write the message? Is she too ill? So is that at least one journalist from the Daily Mail ripping up the invisible contract?
Like I told Rahini, I told Rahini that message was not from Kate. I don't believe it. That was just something that they feel that they can put out there from her and say from her, you know, just to try to, you know, to cover up the whole thing that and how bad it's gone. One of the things that I'm, you know, do you guys think that William and Kate, you know, actually came to the realization that they are just figurehead and they don't have the power? Is exactly what Princess Meghan, not Princess Diana, was saying, that it's the men in gray. Because I think they failed to realize the royal family are just figureheads. And somebody mentioned it. Somebody mentioned it back when the story came out, when William put out that statement with Israel and Gaza. Okay, it came out of one of the reporters' mouth saying he has no right to it because they are just figureheads. And I'm saying finally somebody is actually saying the truth and letting the people know their position. Okay, they are just figureheads. That monarchy, the institution, is run by a group of
the men in gray, who are a branch of government.
Okay, they are just the front people that says yes when they tell them to do something. And I think William and Kate taking that title of the Prince and Princess of Wales, okay, starting to realize, okay, and getting close to the throne, starting to realize that they have no control. Okay, they have no control. They had a little bit of control, okay, when they were the Duchess and when they were younger and stuff like that, because the Queen was in place, because Prince Charles was in place. Okay, so it hit them before it comes down the line. Okay, so they were able to, you know, to do a little bit of, you know, whatever they want. But when you get into that position of the Prince and Princess of Wales and the monarch, you have no control, because that organization is run by the set of men. It's like a lodge, like we know of back home, Rahini. It's run by a set of men. That is how that organization. So you just do whatever they tell you to do. Okay, and they're coming to that realization that is what is happening. Okay, and this is one of the reasons why I said they have to start elevating William, because he is the one for the throne, where everybody was looking at, oh, Kate is going to save the organization. Kate is the secret weapon. Kate is going to be the peacemaker between Harry and was Kate would do, and William was getting no traction. The only time William get traction is when he beside Kate. So you ask yourself, who's really the heir for this throne? Okay.
Yeah. So that became obvious when they went to Earthshot, because there was barely any coverage of it, because Kate wasn't there in her, you know, sparkly dress. So I mean, what was there to really write about? So I think even for William, this is a very, very harsh lesson that you really you may be future king, but you really cannot stand on your own. But I do want to actually just wrap this up. Thank you so much, ladies. Rahini, did you want to say anything?
Oh yeah, I was to tell you, you haven't been paying attention in the chat, because apparently we're getting our running commentary of what's going on at the Commonwealth Gate, at the Commonwealth service today.
Oh, really?
And apparently, Daddy Sway Sway is swaying in church. Somebody just said it. I'm reading the comments, and it's like apparently Daddy Sway Sway is swaying in church, so he might be drunk then too. Like somebody who I'm trying to find it. It's somebody. Yes, is what's her name? Miss Love Me. Or Mac Loves Me. Sway Sway is swaying in church,
I'm
and
so
and
sorry.
we
I
got.
missed that.
We're getting Rovin. I was reading it. So when William walked in and stuff, and they said he had looked shiny, and came in, and
Oh my God,
you've
I've
missed
seen
it.
the video.
We're getting Rovin comments. He's swaying. Is he swaying? He's swaying. Like at this point, I've been trying to write a rap about Daddy Sway Sway. You know, he be swaying. I be swaying because I'm wrong. I be swaying like I'm about to write a rap right now because like I feel like it gets some traction on Spotify with it because
Oh gosh, wait. If you all just okay, if you carry on talking, I will try and get this video up right now.
oh my god. Listen, because I watch it and I'm like, you're not paying attention to the comment because we're getting a running commentary of what's going on.
So,
Where's the lady? Like she going, oh my goodness, is Mac Love Me or something like that? And she's like swaying in church. Like Daddy Sway has the mic and he is, spitting bars. Like at this point, I swear, I'm sorry. It feels really, really sad. It feels really sad at this point.
okay, let me just say something. First and foremost, yeah, because I'm looking at social media. I've kind of been missing the commentary in the chat. I'm so sorry about that. But yes, I have literally just seen it now. And with William and the whole swaying thing, this isn't something that I've ever seen him do before. Unless somebody goes back and looks at all of the footage, I have never seen him do this. And isn't he meant to be like a trained military man? So this isn't something that he would, he'd know how to stand properly. So I'm wondering if he's actually decided to do this today. I don't know, to try and make it look like, oh, this is just something that I do. Like, why has he suddenly just started swaying for no reason? Like, what? This is so weird. Camilla is there, by the way. Okay, wait, I've got the footage. Just give me 1 moment. Let me just.
Oh my god, he's trying to tell us, no, guys, I swear all the time that is crap. Because let me tell you, the royals, they get trained in standing for long hours at a time. Because that's something they have to do, right? Even the queen, as a child, her father used to make her stand for long hours because that's part of the job, and be able to talk to people and shake hands and really, do that PR. And not only did he sway, he dropped the lady's thing. He dropped the met, which is so disrespectful. Like, that is sacrilege. That's blasphemy. You drop one of the highest honors that the nation could give to her on the ground. A sacrilege. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's play the footage. Here it is. I mean, goodness knows at this point what's up.
Listen, oh my goodness. Listen, he was in the spirits. Okay, he was catching the ghost. He was like, how great thou art! How great thou art! He was listen, the man is in the spirit, he catching the ghost. A little morning you start a stump. I swear to God, listen. So now we have now solved the Sway. It is Pastor Sway. Do you understand? It is Pastor Sway, guys. He was in prayer. Now we know. We now know he was catching the ghost.
It's giving like Michael Jackson Smooth Criminal era. Like just lean forward, lean back. Like I want to like what is up with this? It's just the fact that we've never seen William behave like this in public before. So like what's going on now?
I know it's so horrible. Oh my, like, is something wrong with him too? What is going on? But that's intoxication. I'm sorry to give this. He is high. He's a bit drunk. He had a little too much to drink and he can't stand still. Because isn't he standing next to Camilla?
Yeah, he's standing next to Camilla.
Camilla is what, 77? And she's standing
Yeah.
straight. She's not swaying. You would expect her to move a little bit to hold on to the front of the pew. No, she's standing still. Why is William swaying? Oh my
You can
goodness.
go back and look at the picture when the Queen died and William and Camilla was standing there when Charles was doing his signing and stuff. There was no swaying going on.
Oh wait, sorry. Karen, say that again.
When the
There
Queen
was
died,
you need to look at when the grandchildren was standing guard over the queen's body. You remember the 8 of them stood guard over his body, over her body, over her casket. It was William on one side, Harry on the other, and the others were on the other side. It was the 8 or 6 of them, and they stood there for
Yeah.
half an hour, and he didn't sway. He was standing
Yes.
for half an hour in one spot, and he didn't move. So something
Yeah.
changed from then to now. So
yeah,
how it is you're able to stand for half an hour and you didn't move?
yeah, even when Charles was doing his signing with the messy pens and all these different stuff, William was standing there with Camilla, and there was no swaying. He was standing straight. So yeah, I don't know if this is some kind of game they're playing or some kind of because I don't put anything past them. Like this whole situation that's going on from January up until now, my thing is that this here is all a PR thing and all a game. I really don't, unless they come out with facts and spill the truth about it. Yes, you're sick, you have cancer. We want to know what the people are saying there, about their privacy and stuff. Yes, you have privacy that, we're not in your house every day or whatever. But if you come out, you are a figurehead representing the people, you're serving the people, you're being paid by the people, you're working for the people. Okay? And you want to show that you are this relevant monarchy. Okay? People out there go through all different types of cancer and they come out and they say what their cancers are and what they're being treated for and all these different stuff. Okay? And if you want to be relevant and modern, you need to come out and you need to say that. You need to say what type of cancer is a big wide word, and the same as abdominal surgery. It's a big wide, thing. It's a whole umbrella. It's an umbrella with a whole bunch of different stuff under it. And if you want to be relevant and you want the people to, to see you, you need to come out and be transparent. You need to tell the truth. What it is.
Do you know what, Karen? I feel like the point at which the monarchy could have saved itself, been transparent, modernized, been more authentic, all of that, it was a long time ago. That time is long gone. And the
It's a
last
long time.
opportunity
not
they
bad.
had was when
Yeah.
Meghan came
Meghan,
into the
exactly.
family. So we can say that, and yes, it would have been, I guess, nice to be more transparent about it. But I think that the time for them to be more authentic, like, it's gone. It's long gone. We are
Yeah.
in the beginning of the final stages now, and actually, I think maybe part of the reason why they're not speaking about what is going on with Charles is because perhaps it's worse than what they want to admit, because and again, I'm not wishing bad on anyone, but if Charles is very seriously ill, can you imagine if within the next year we have another monarch deceased and another a new incoming king, and if that king is William, as dysfunctional as he
Mhm.
is. Like that
Mhm.
that is going to be absolute
Mhm.
chaos. And I
Yeah.
think what they're trying to do by maybe not saying how serious it could be, if at all it is serious, is just to try and keep some sense of calm.
And I think too that's why I agree with everything you said, Anne. And I think that's why this whole thing came about in because I don't think Charles just know that he has this cancer, and I just don't think he just knew that he had the prostate stuff. I think he knew that a long time ago. I think he knew it, like years ago. But with the Queen getting older, and Philip died, and him becoming king and all that stuff. Yeah, you don't want to bring that out into the public and all that stuff, right? Because now people are going to get nervous, people are going to be wondering because the Queen is old, and all these different things. Okay, so he hold off on that for this is not something that just happened, so he hold off on that as long as the thing, until when it comes the right time he can use it. Okay, Kate abdominal stuff that they're um that she has, okay, it's not something new. Okay, they were just looking for the right time to use this stuff, okay, to bring it out and say, well, okay, maybe they went into Christmas, and they come up with this strategy. Okay, maybe we can work on this now because she's having a thing, scheduled surgery, and then shortly after you hear him coming out with his prostate. It's kind of funny the way how the two of them come out the same time with their stuff, and then
Yeah,
and then you're
yeah,
hearing Sarah coming out with all her
yeah.
sickness or whatever it is that she has. So the whole thing seems like some strategized thing. And with him knowing that he has this situation and he has to come to front with it, and this is why I'm saying that he is trying to position Camilla, okay, to push her to the forefront, to get some relevancy and some standings or whatever it is, so that even if he's gone, at least she get a chance, because from he gone, she's only there because of him. He gone, she's out of there. Okay, so this is to give her some kind of standings or something, so that I guess William don't kick her out right away or something like that. But that's what I'm thinking, because like I said, I don't put nothing past Charles. I don't care what nobody say. This guy has done some stuff, and I'm going all the way back to Princess Diana. Charles is going to do what Charles wants to do for Charles. Okay, so I don't put anything
I mean,
past him.
yeah, I
Look
mean,
what you
he
did to your
waited so
son. If
long.
you can do that to
Yeah,
your grandson and your son, I don't care how much people say how much he work and how much he think. Charles don't do nothing for nobody but himself. Even for the people in the Princess Trust, it's not for them, it's for Charles. So I do not put nothing past Charles. And Charles is going to do whatever it is he have to do. He show us he's going to do whatever he have to do to make sure that Camilla become queen, to make sure that he married Camilla. He showed us the type of person he is, and he's going to do whatever it takes. Okay? He cared
okay.
about her
Karen,
more than he cared
sorry,
about
hon,
his kids.
I'm gonna have to stop you there.
I'm
But
kidding.
thank you so much, and thank you, Rahini, just for pointing out that video was circulating, because I had missed it and I would have missed it.
And play it one more time. One more
Rahini,
time. One more time. Play the sway one more time. One more time. One more time.
oh, you want me to play Sway one more time?
One more time. One more time.
Okay, one more time. I will. Okay, one sec. Where is it? I wish I had like music to go with it, but I don't. There you go. All right, folks. I am gonna wrap it up there. Thank you for coming back for a second podcast of the day. But this was like, I couldn't go to bed without without talking about this. It's getting interesting, folks, because everything they put out, um, it just births more questions. Right, I'm going to catch up with what's happened at the Commonwealth Service, and I will be back with a podcast, if not tomorrow morning, maybe just later on in the day. But thank you. As always, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe button on your way out if you haven't already. We are heading towards, let's have a look now. we're heading towards 39,000 subscribers. Thank you all. I appreciate you so much. And also links, of course, in the description box if you want to contribute to the channel while we wait to get remonetized. Appreciate every single one of your donations. All right. So long. Oh, not so long. Ciao, ciao. And I'll see you tomorrow. Okay.
If you would keep me waiting, I would wait a lifetime. In tricky situations, I will be a lifeline. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, I know. Keep coming back for your time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. Ocean in between us, still I feel your heartbeat. There's something about you, baby, that makes me feel complete. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, I know. Keep coming back for your time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. The world is going wild when they call for you, and the river's running dry when it all falls through. Don't you worry about a thing, baby, I got you. Yeah, baby, I got you.
Hello, my royal diamonds. Thank you so much for tuning into the Duchess of Success podcast. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment on the video to help the algorithm find us. It is my pleasure to bring you all of the royal tea, honey. And if you would like to donate to the channel, please check out the links in the description box. All of your donations help to keep the channel running. Thank you for your support, and remember, you don't need a crown to be royal. We are all queens.